I personally believe that regret is the worst feeling that you can ever experience on yourself because you can do nothing about regret, okay? If you feel bad about something, if you feel like you're a little bit sad, if you feel you're a little bit angry, what you can do is do some auto-regulation, do some physical exercise, do some stuff in order to change your internal state. While regret is much more harder because it's something that is kind of unfixable. You have made something or you didn't have done something in the past, and now this is something that haunts you and doesn't leave you. It doesn't leave you. Okay, I I felt many different ways in my life. I felt humiliated. I felt pain. I felt lost. I felt in different ways, and I also felt regret. And pain and shame will eventually fade away over time. Regret is one of the things that only gets stronger over time. Okay, you go on and on in life, and regret becomes stronger and stronger, bigger and bigger, and it's very difficult to deal with it. So you gotta prevent it. And I'm 24 right now, so I'm decently young, but I still gathered some regrets in my life. I gathered one big regret, only one. Okay, I remember that I was at this party. I was 19 or 20, something like that, very, very, very young, younger, even younger than I am right now. So I was at this party and I started talking with this girl. She was absolutely stunning, very beautiful, one of the most beautiful girls that I ever seen, honestly. And she wasn't only pretty, she was also smart. She was curious, ambitious, very intelligent, articulate lady, very very nice to talk to, also very have very good energy to interact with her. And so we eventually ended up in the same friend group for a little. And one of my buddies, he wanted to hit on her, so I took a step back and leave space for my friend to shoot his shot, partly because I wanted to be a good friend and partly because I didn't thought that a girl like this would eventually stay up with me. I thought, well, she's just too good. I automatically rejected myself. So, what happened next is she rejects my friend and get engaged with another guy. She met later that year. I believe it was 2020, 2021, something like that. It was after COVID. So yeah, 2021. I believe it was the year. Yeah. So time passed to this year, many years has passed, and I asked her because I still see her, I still see her from time to time. We are in the same group of friends. I asked her, "Hey, do you remember that night that we met at that party? Um, if I would have asked you if you would date me, what would you said?" And she was like, yeah, honestly, I would have dated you because you were an interesting person and you're also pretty good looking. So I would said yes. And she also said to me because she looked at me and I believe she understood that I kind of regretted not asked her out that day, and she said, "No one can actually know how things would have unfolded. So you don't know how things, if things were would have ended up going good or bad or whatever other shit may maybe go on the way. So thinking about it is not productive." This is what she told me. She told me, just don't think about it. It's not productive to think about things that never happened. And I know she's right. Okay, she's right. But even today, after having different stories, even having different other girls, I still think about what could have been. And this is something that really haunts me since that day. And I believe that there are two types of regrets, okay? There is things that we have done and we regret, and we regret in the past, or things that we didn't done, things we haven't done in the past, and we think we would have liked to have more courage and do it. And personally, I'm more prone as a person to um, regrets about things that I haven't done. Things I've done a lot of stupid shit. Okay, I've done a lot of very stupid shit, but nothing really unreversible. And I also believe that most stuff, okay, are reversible. Of course, if you like kill a man and you go in prison, that's not really reversible. But um, I believe that in most uh, in most cases, most episodes are reversible. So I believe that you can be given another opportunity. While if you lose your chance, it's unlikely that you will get another one. Okay, this is what I believe. So I'm more prone to the regrets about things that you haven't done. So this video is for people like me who are more prone to regrets about things that they haven't done. So if you relate to this, keep watching the video. If you don't relate to this, probably won't resonate with you. So I asked to myself, since my life mission is trying to avoid regrets as much as I possibly can, what can I actually do? So, first of all, I understood that I am the kind of person that regrets stuff that he hasn't done in the past. If you're like me, you probably haven't done stuff out of fear. You thought that you would look like stupid, you maybe thought that you are not good enough to start that project, or you thought that other people would judge you for doing the thing, and so you retreated from action. So this is what I'm going to talk about, okay? If you if you relate to being a coward, because this actually is about all these videos about being cowards, and by being cowards you will start to regret stuff, okay? Abraham Maslow said that we are constantly confronted with a choice between growth and a choice between fear. We either choose growth or we either choose fear. And when you choose to retreat from your fears, you're avoiding the immediate pain that comes with it, but you're also avoiding the highest possibilities that the choice could bring you in the long term. When I decided that night to choose fear and not trying to speak to that wonderful lady, I I gained something, okay? I gained the ability to not perceiving the pain of rejection, of not perceiving the pain of a possible story that could born, um, but I also avoided the beauty of what that could have been. I avoided the experience that the thing would have taught me. I avoided a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff. And these possibilities, not these unactualized possibilities, start to live in your mind, and they turn into regrets. When you're not pursuing a possibility of action in your environment, you are creating ground for regrets. So the solution is actually remember that you have a pair of balls and actually choose courage. Choose courage and practice the act of choosing courage over fear, over time, over and over again. Because I saw that on myself. The more growth choices, the more courage choices you take on, the easier it is to take more and more and more. Okay, it's like a snowball. It starts very little, but then you are able to do more and more and more, because when you start to take courage choices, you start to understand that you're not going to die after taking that one risks. Okay, you may be embarrassed, you may be in pain, but you are not going to die, and you actually might find that it gives you a lot more satisfaction. It gives a lot more internal peace when you have this immediate discomfort, maybe when you are trying to get that promotion at job, when you're trying to ask for that raise, or when you're trying to ask for that girl out. You might experience extreme discomfort in the moment, but then you're left with a sense of peace that nothing can give you. Nothing can give you the sense of peace that you have when you sincerely tried, when you sincerely exerted courage, and you feel fucking good. You feel fucking good. Even if you fail, at least you feel like someone brave, someone who have done something fucking strong. You feel strong, god damn it, and you feel like you're able to withstand more than you actually believe. It's it's very cool. It's I mean, it's not easy. it's not easy. It's not easy. Choosing courage is something that you need to do every day, and sometimes you're going to fail. Okay, it's not easy to choose courage over time, but I mean, I made a lot of progress in my life. I made a lot of progress on this time, but I still feel fear. I still feel anxiety when I'm trying to speak on a meeting. I still feel anxiety when I'm trying to do a request, when I'm trying to send a new job application. I still have anxiety when I'm trying to ask a new girl out. I still feel anxiety when I'm going to compete. I've done judo for like what, 20 years? No, not 20 years, 15 years, something like that. I'm competing in a combat sport since 15 years. I still have anxiety when I step on the mat. I still feel it. And sometimes I fail, sometimes I crumble down the pressure or the anxiety. For example, on Tuesday, I believe, I should have gone out on dinner with my colleagues. There was this dinner with my other physical therapists that work in the same place that as I work in, and I said, okay, guys, I will go there, even though I didn't really want it, because I'm kind of introverted, but I believe, okay, I need to socialize with the people that I work with. I also need to expand my social circle. I need to network with people. Okay, all of this crap. But I felt, first of all, I didn't really want to go because I'm not really that much social person, and also I felt this sense of anxiety of going out with people who are older than me and who are also more experienced, more knowledgeable, more far ahead in life. Some of them has kids and they are like 2 3 years older than me. Okay, so it's hard. It was hard, and I didn't go because I crumbled under this sense of anxiety and pressure. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens that you will choose fear over courage. But what I want to convey to you is not being 100% good, is be as brave and as courageous as you possibly can. And now here comes the big questions. How do you choose courage over time? So right now, you will likely have a series of decisions, okay? You have a mental list of things that you are procrastinating on, or something that you know that you need to do, but you are scared to actually doing. So, if you cannot really take that step, take that leap, if you can take action, here's a little reminder for you. Here's a little tip. Think about the fact that you are going to die. Sit with the sentence for 10 seconds. Really think about it while I'm looking into the camera. You are going to die. Really think about it. Think about that one day you're going to drink your last coffee. One day you're going to see your last sunset. You're going to write your last word. One day you're one day you're going to have your last thought. Have you ever actually thought about the fact that one day you will think about one last thing, okay? You're going to have your one last thought one day. And the pain that you're avoiding right now will come back stronger that day. My question for you is, if you knew that you have only 1 week left on this earth, what are the things that you need to do in order to be at peace with yourself? What are the things that you need to do in order to have to your final thought to be, fuck, I've did everything that I could. I am satisfied. What are the things that you need to do in order to think I have done everything that was necessary? Because actually, it's not unrealistic that you could die the next week, because you don't know. You don't know. Maybe you're heading to work and some motherfuckers who are on his cell phone while driving invest you. It's something that it's not that much unlikely if you really think about it. You can have a stroke right now in this moment while you're watching this video. You could really die in any circumstance at any age. It's not unlikely that you are going to have your last thought in 1 week. So I don't want my last thought to be, oh fuck, if only I could have asked that girl out that day. I don't want my last thought to be, oh, but what if I really gone 100% into YouTube one day? What if I gave all of myself to judo one day? I don't really want to think I want to think things like, fuck, these days when I was recording these YouTube videos and no one were watching, those are, I really have nostalgia of those days. It was really cool moment in my life. Hard, but really cool, actually. I want to think, well, there was this time where I asked out this girl. She said no, and she like threw a drink in my face. I want to have those thoughts because these are uncomfortable in the moment. It's uncomfortable to receive a rejection. It's uncomfortable to fail a judo competition. It's uncomfortable to lose. It's uncomfortable to do videos and not being seen. It's uncomfortable to have that one hard conversation with your mom or with your dad. But it's much more uncomfortable to think about the fact that you could have done those things and you didn't. So my question for you is, if you have only 1 week left on this earth, what would you need to do in order to feel at peace with yourself? So make a list of the stuff that you know that you need to do, but you're not doing out of fear. And after you have made that list, choose the item that gives you the less anxiety, okay? The things that are easier to do, and act on it. Do the most basic things, even say good morning to your neighbor while you're walking down the street. It could also be put your room in order, okay? Um, because as I told you before, it's like a snowball that goes downhill. While you're starting to do the most easiest and basic things, you will start to be able to do more and more and take on more and more. It can start with, well, cleaning your room or saying good morning to your neighbor. It could end with starting your own company. Who knows that? You don't have no idea where you can end up with. So my advice would be, speak up in that meeting, have that uncomfortable conversation, share that project, ask that girl out, for fuck's sake. Do it, man. You could die next week. You better be in peace with yourself when you're going to meet your creator. Choose courage over fear and do it many times. The video is over. Thank you for watching. If you find yourself, if you relate to what I say, if you find valuable my content, we could chat on Instagram. I have all the information in the description, or you can have a one-on-one call with me. I would like to see the kind of people who appreciate my videos, the kind of people who would like to chat with me. I want to sincerely know your struggles and help you with your problems. So let me know. Remember to aim upward as always.